gamma. It is the square root of root mean square current and IDC whole square minus 1. We have already calculated IRMS and IDC. Put the values of IRMS is 23.59 and IDC is 21.22. Put those two values and this gamma, it comes out to be, you can calculate it. After putting the values of IRMS from third part and IDC from second part, we have already calculated. Put those values here and calculate this gamma, that is ripple factor. Now see, in this numerical, we have a full wave rectifier having load resistance 1000 ohm. So RL is given, which is 1000 ohm. Forward resistance of the diode is also given, which is 20 ohm. And the amplitude of the applied voltage is given. It means V0 is given, which is 20 volts. And frequency is given, which is 50 hertz. And what we have to calculate, number one, peak value of load current. It means we have to calculate I0. And how you will calculate this I0? It is same as that of the previous numerical. We know that I0 is V0 divided by total resistance, which is RL plus RF. V0 is 20 upon RL is 1000 plus RF is 20. So I0 will be 20 upon 1020. So calculate it. It will come out to be 19.6 milliamperes. So this is peak value of current. Then we have to calculate DC current, which is IDC. And we know that IDC is 2I0 by pi in case of full wave rectifier. So it will be 2 into 19.6 divided by 3.14. So it will be 12.5 milliamperes. And third we have to calculate is IRMS. You have to learn all the expressions. IRMS is I0 by root 2, which means 19.6 divided by 1.414. So it will be 13.86 milliampere. Next we have to calculate DC output power. So what will be the DC power? It will be IDC square RL. IDC is 12.5 square into, it is milliampere, so 10 raised to power minus 3 square into RL is 1000. So after solving, it comes out to be 156.25 milliwatt, because this 10 raised to power minus 6 and 10 raised to power 3, it will be 10 raised to power minus 3, and that 10 raised to power minus 3 is milli, and 12.5 whole square will be 156.25. So DC output power is 156.25 milliwatt. Next we have to calculate is AC input power. AC input power will be IRMS square into RL plus RF. So AC input power, it is IRMS square, which contains AC as well as DC, RL plus RF, because it is the input power, that's why we are taking RL as well as RF. And this IRMS square we have calculated 13.86 milliampere. So milli means 10 raised to power minus 3, it's square, into RL plus RF will be 1000 plus 20 means 1020. So AC power, it will be again 195.94 milliwatt. So this is the supplied power, and out of this 195.94, 156.25, it is being converted into DC power. Next we have to calculate is efficiency of the rectifier. And we know that efficiency eta, it is given by in terms of percentage. It is 81.2 divided by 1 plus RF by RL. RF is 20 by RL is 1000. So it will be 81.2 into 50 divided by 51. So which is 79.7%. And last thing is that we have to calculate is voltage regulation in terms of percentage. So percentage regulation. You can easily calculate by using the formula RF by RL into 100. RF is just 20 divided by RL is 1000 into 100. So it is just 2%. Percentage regulation is just 2%, which is very small. And you can also calculate this percentage regulation by using the expression voltage at no load minus voltage at any load divided voltage at any load. So it will be approximately 2%. So this is all about full wave rectifier. So in the next lecture we will discuss about bridge wave rectifier and how all the three rectifiers they differ from each other. Half wave rectifier, bridge wave rectifier and half wave rectifier. How the three rectifiers they differ from each other, what are the advantages of these rectifiers and what are their disadvantages. All these we'll discuss in the next lecture.